Well, we know where we're going. We just don't know who's all on board. We have to look for someone.
Where in the world is Maggie McDaniel?
She's here somewhere.
Where in the world is Maggie McDaniel?
Good
see her,
morning,
Dave?
Maggie.
Good
Yeah,
morning.
she's right here with us. Always enjoyed
I say
these
let's go
days.
somewhere warm.
Yeah, right.
There you go.
All right.
Oh, my goodness.
So my question to you, anywhere in the world this season,
Mm-hmm.
you know where the best places to be in the world during this season
Mm-hmm.
are. Where are you going?
I would go to the Holy Land. It's
To the
Lent.
Holy Land. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not talking. Well, weather would be good too. I'm not just talking weather, but yeah, to be in the Holy Land during Lent, leading up to Easter, that's the best place to be.
Well, talk to us about some of that. We know that those liturgies and all that are back on. They took a little break right at the beginning of the violence over there, but they reintroduced already, right? So
yes.
we're going to have full liturgies in the Holy Land.
And the airlines have reestablished their flights, so more and more airlines are going back, which mean they're not going to send airplanes over there full of people if it's not
Right.
safe. Yeah. No, they're back in the swing, and they do have some groups over there. They're accepting them. It's safe. They're visiting the sites. They have it all to themselves, which is kind of beautiful.
Yeah, right.
You can have all kinds of time. It's quiet and whatnot, because when it does ramp back up, which is a good thing, it's all kinds of people, which is beautiful from all over the world. You see people of all faiths there. It's just absolutely beautiful.
That would be the thing. I mean, you get enriched by the people you're with,
Oh,
right?
absolutely. And we're so used to just thinking that it's right here. We're it. Our diocese or the United States or North America or whatever. But, it's worldwide. Catholicism is worldwide. And it's beautiful to see people of different cultures celebrating the same faith that we're celebrating.
And we see and we follow the liturgies from the Vatican, which is right and appropriate, right? It doesn't look like our Holy Father is going to be able to lead those this particular Holy Week, because it looks like he's got a couple months of
rehabilitation.
there
and
at
recovery.
his apartment. But now so we're accustomed to that. We're accustomed to the Stations of the Cross there. But tell us about what Lent looks like. I'm sorry, what Holy Week in particular looks like in the Holy Land.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, you would start up on the Mount of Olives and walk down where Jesus would have had the beautiful entrance into Jerusalem with the palm branches and people laying. And they still do that. They still lay these huge palms down, and they have a procession down and into the old city. But then, too, you also, and the friars still do this every Friday. And when we take groups, we do it whenever, whatever day that we're there. They walk the Stations of the Cross from where he was condemned all the way to the Holy Sepulchre, where he was crucified and laid to rest.
Powerful.
So that is powerful. Let me tell you, right before COVID, my husband and I were there waiting for a group to come that got stopped in Newark, had to be turned around. We had 4 days there, and there were still groups there, but it was just us. And we spent a day doing that. We went to the top of Mount of Olives. We walked down. We stopped, in the Garden of Gethsemane, where he prayed. You can walk up to where he was condemned at St. Peter and Golgotha, where he was dropped down into the pit overnight before he was taken back to be brought in front of Pilate. And then we walked the Stations of the Cross and ended at the tomb. You go to the crucifixion, but the beautiful thing is the tomb is empty.
Yeah.
It's his tomb. I mean, they've even done studies on it, and it's empty, which is the beautiful part of it. So we know the end of the story. So it's absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful.
And that is the thing. Look, and this does not minimize in any way any other place on the planet. And in a particular way, there is a special heartbeat going on at the Vatican and in Rome and all of that. The epicenter of our Catholicism, where our Holy Father resides. And so that's a wonderful place to be. But there ain't nothing like it in the whole wide world if you are in the Holy Land anytime, but particularly during Lent and Easter.
Yes. No, it's absolutely
Well,
beautiful.
Christmas, too.
Christmas is too. In Bethlehem, every day is Christmas.
Yeah.
We celebrate Christmas. And that's the beauty. Wherever we go in the Holy Land, we celebrate that. We pray at the Mount of Beatitudes. We pray the prayers for, the Mass for the Mount of Beatitudes. On Transfiguration, we're celebrating the Transfiguration. In Nazareth, we're celebrating the Annunciation tomorrow. We celebrate those, so you get to experience the whole liturgical year in about 10 days, which is absolutely mind-boggling. But then when you come back, I tell people, it's going to take a year to process. Because every time now when you go through the liturgical season, you're going to be right back here to this location. You're going to close your eyes and you're going to know where you were and where it happened.
Now, Maggie, take me, so you know all the places where Jesus walked, where he went. If you were in Toledo, how far out does that take you? If you made Toledo Jerusalem, and you drew a circle around it, I mean, are we getting to Cleveland? Are we getting down to Columbus? Are we getting
it's a
over
couple,
to Detroit?
but from Galilee to where he spent most of his time, down, it would be a couple hour drive probably, a couple day walk.
Okay.
That's why when you hear about it took him 3 days to find Jesus when they had to return to the temple, when he was left behind, it was 3 days. They were a day in a caravan before they realized he wasn't there. Well, they couldn't leave at night because there's thieves. It's dangerous to go back. Then it's a whole nother day back, and then they're looking for him. So, and that's only part way. They only got part way.
Yeah.
They did not get home yet. So it would be a few days to get home, right? So all of Israel would fit in just a little bit, probably south of Ohio into Kentucky, but it's a lot narrower than
just
Ohio. But he didn't cover that whole part. We're
Right.
talking about Jerusalem, which is in the middle, up to Galilee, and he did go up to, where I'm drawing a blank now, where he took him up and said, "Who do you believe that I am, the Lord?" And said, upon this rock we will.
Oh, right.
Geez,
that
I've been
gives
there
us-
100 times. But anyways,
that gives us some real perspective.
yeah. No. So, yeah. So,
Yeah, I mean, God is born in flesh, and he walks using his feet, and he covers a space that a length from Toledo down a little south of Columbus. I mean, and that's it.
Well, and you think about, when Mary left, too, when she was told, she went from Nazareth down just a little bit south of Jerusalem. But Bethlehem, by how the crow flies, is about 6 miles from Jerusalem.
Isn't that crazy?
So the West Bank comes all the way up to Jerusalem.
Yeah, pray for the peace of Jerusalem, and what's the old, and next year in Jerusalem. You know?
Yes,
But
yeah,
as you
there you
said, groups are going back. We pray that
Yeah.
continues in earnest, and we populate that space because we need to be over there for
We
the good of the
absolutely
people,
do,
for the
right.
good of ourselves as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
CatholicFaithJourneys.com. Check it out and sign up for an open pilgrimage.
God bless.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Maggie.
Maggie.